What did you think of last night's game?
Well, I thought it was, I mean, I think that was what a lot of people expected to happen. Now, let's talk about the Oakland A's, too. I mean, I feel like what a tremendous season. I heard you talking a little earlier.
Yeah.
But Bob Melvin, how awesome of a guy is he? Mm-hmm. And what he's done with that organization, Billy Beane, they're still doing it. I think the one big takeaway that you can take away from that wild card game is the fact that in today's age, in today's game, you don't necessarily need to have the heaviest payroll to be successful. And I think that's what the Oakland A's are showing us, along with analytics, the sabermetrics of the game. You can gain that added advantage without paying top dollar for athletes.
And it was in terms of a new millennium baseball game, the fact that the A's were immune to pitch counts being built up on their pitchers because they were just relievers. And I guess the only way that the pitch count would have mattered is if suddenly a reliever that doesn't usually go more than one inning suddenly now has 25, 30 pitches on the odometer, whereas there was an issue with that with Severino with the Yankees. And then the script kind of flipped after the Yankees got an early start and Trevino came in and started throwing seeds for the A's.
Yeah.
It's kind of strange watching
I think
a game
in general,
like that.
if you look at how the game went down in general, obviously the Oakland A's used what's called an opener, right? Is where you have a bullpen guy that comes into the game, right?
Not a starter.
Correct, right?
But an opener.
But we also saw the success that the Tampa Bay Rays had with this all season long. I mean, this team had more wins, or the same amount of wins as the Cleveland Indians, who won the AL Central. So if we look at the success that they've had and how they went about doing it, they had a lot of injuries to their starting rotation, right? Mm-hmm. So they started using these relievers to come in the game early, right? Now, it works, and it sounds like it's great on paper, but you have to remember, these guys are human beings as well. And when you go out in the bottom of the first inning in Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, and that place is absolutely rocking, that heart starts beating a little faster and a little faster. And it's like I explained it to my wife last night. It's like a boxer or a football player. When you use that sort of an idea or that sort of a rotation, it all works great until you get punched in the mouth. And then everybody has a plan until you first get hit. And that's what happened with Judge. He hits the 2-run bomb, and then the Oakland A's are playing from behind the entire game.
And then, but then it got to, because of the success of the opener to the pen.
Correct.
It started feeling like the A's were leading that game, even though they were down by 2. And that's why I think that the winner of the night, being Dylan Betances, it was worth it, because he kind of shut down. That was like the closing situation.
Well, and that's the strength of New York Yankees anyways. If you look at the back end of that bullpen, you have so many proven closers. You got Chapman, you got Dave Robertson, you've got Betances, you've got Zach Britton, and you've got the guys that can bridge you to that, like your Greens, your Tommy Kalines. So I feel like for them, the strength of their bullpen is, that's where they need to be moving forward.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.